Two new interrogation videos have come out related to the night that King Von died, and they kind of change everything. They really change the narrative. Now, before you haters go mad, well, I see you in the comments. Oh, you talking about King Von again? Oh, my, it's the same content. Oh, this is brand new. Never before seen, never before heard, new information about the night that King Von died. And it's fixates on a theory that some people have spread and I've talked about in the past, and once again, okay, a bunch of haters got on my top for even suggesting, for even thinking about this narrative, but once again I'm proven right. And look, I'm not saying this is exactly what happened, but what I am saying is that some people are theorizing that perhaps there might be a little bit of credence to the setup theory. A lot of people have said that, you know, Quando and Lil Tim, maybe they knew that King Von was gonna, you know, end up around them that night. Maybe they knew where he was moving. Now, I do think it would be absurd to suggest that, you know, they lured him into a trap and, you know, let 20 people with guns beat up Quando Rondo on purpose so they could catch a self-defense body in response. That's preposterous. But what it does make me think is that Quando and Von were stalking each other through the night. They knew where each other was at, and ultimately they were low-key looking for a confrontation. Now, it went how it went, but this is my opinion, okay? So get your hate comments in now. Get them in, all right? Get them in, because this is brand new stuff, and this might actually change everything, okay? And once again, I'm early to this. So, this is the Quando Rondo associate Yunginz. Now, if you remember, okay, look, because I know so much about this situation, right, I'm just going to break it down for you guys, okay? You probably remember this. This music video, The Drop, all right, this is where Quando Rondo, Lil Tim, and Yunginz, all right, we ain't heard from Yunginz since this, all right, but Quando, Lil Tim, and Yunginz, they were all at this music video shoot together, just the three of them, all right? This is what they were doing before King Von got killed. They were all together, they were in the same outfits that they was wearing that night, okay? They were in the same outfit. Lil Tim with the grey hoodie sticking out the top of the work shirt, all right? This is how people identified Lil Tim as the shooter of King Von mere hours after the shooting happened. So Yunginz is a homie of Quando Rondo and Lil Tim. They were making this video before the very tragic events that happened with King Von getting killed. And basically, this is kind of exactly where it ended up leading. So I just want to give you guys this context in case you don't remember. And there was also clips of Lil Tim and Quando Rondo and Yunginz toting straps, floating through the city of Atlanta before King Von ended up getting killed. So they were ready, and it's very ironic that this song is called The Drop. But now we're finding out what actually happened that night. So the police interview with Yunginz, all right? And if you remember, he was actually like on the ground with the cops. And again, King Von, I did a body cam video about the night King Von died, and you all did the same thing that you've been doing to me lately, talking about, oh, this is old, we've seen this before. Never before seen footage, all right? Never before analyzed footage of the King Von body cam footage from various angles. We created whole maps to move everything around. That video got demonetized, and I decided, you know what, you guys don't even deserve that content. So I took that one down. That one's completely offline. You'll never see that. But I did a full breakdown, and Yunginz, in that video, Yunginz is basically laid out on the floor, yelling for help from the cops. They're trying to kill me. They was trying to kill Yunginz right after King Von got killed. They was trying to get back immediately at the scene, and you had Muop and Bus Top screaming, running around, talking about kill him, kill him. They was trying to kill him. Okay, so all the dust settled. King Von goes to the hospital. He ends up dying. Okay, Quando's carrying Lil Tim to the hospital. He's been shot in the hip or the leg, or, you know, they're saying he caught a couple of bullets. All right, Bezu bumps into them at the hospital. They said Bezu nearly caught another body that night. It was crazy. So after all of that goes down, Yunginz is in a police interview with the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, the GBI, the FBI. Georgia got their own FBI, okay? So, according to Yunginz, all right, this is the story, and we're hearing this for the first time. This has just come out. He arrived at the hookah lounge. He had just arrived at the hookah lounge when the fight between Quando and Von started, all right? Basically, Von and his crew tried to jump Quando, and he said he suddenly saw bullets flying, so he ran, and then police arrested him, saying that they saw him shoot, which is cap. But this is what he said, all right? This is, look, all right? I'm tired of the comments, all right? This is brand new. No one's seen, I've never shown this on my channel. I've never seen this. I've never broken this down. This is absolutely brand new information. Yes, it's the same King Von story we've been hearing about for 6 years, but this is brand new information and new backstory. Let's hear what he's got to say. I'm very, very excited and intrigued to hear this new angle of the story, which nobody's ever heard before.
I don't know. Okay. All right. So take it from there. What happened when you are heading to this club where the shooting happened? Step by step.
I don't play music, no cap. I'm falling asleep. I'm tired. Like I just said, I've been shooting video. Like I'm tired. So boom, we pull up. They pull up before this shit jam packed. A car hot in front of us, and boom, they pull up. And we pull up. We pull in. Next thing I look, it's a big fight pop off. That's all I know, is a big fight pop off. So I hop out the car. I hear gunshots. First thing I'm gonna do is duck, and that's all I did. I hope there's cameras out there to see. And if I'm being labeled as a shooter, and if you shoot something, gunpowder be on you, ballistics or wherever I go, I don't have nothing on my never shot no gun, sir. I pull up, seen the fight, hopped out the car, and heard shots, ducked, and took all running. I saw my leg, I fell. When I fell, got back up, ran again. The officer said, I seen you. This all he said, I seen you. He said, I said, I seen you. I said, seen you what? I ain't do nothing. Put me on the ground. He put me on the ground, put me in handcuffs with another dude. I don't know where the dude come from, with another dude. Put me on the ground with handcuffs with another dude. Like, I seen you. Yeah, don't move, I kill you. Don't move. I'm like, bro, what's up, bro? What up, bro? What's going on? All I hear is shots and run. There's 1,000 people running. Literally, like, we could run ballistics on me. You won't find no gunpowder. You won't find nothing. I'm trying to see what's going on, sir. Literally, I ain't shot no gun. I ain't do nothing. I hopped out the car, heard shots and ran and fell a couple times trying to save my life. That's all I did. The time went. I ain't seen who been shooting. I don't know how to shoot. I swear to God, I hope it's cameras out there. I swear to God, I hope it's cameras. I was already falling asleep. I went, literally, I hopped out the car. I swear to God, I hopped out the car. I hopped out the car. As soon as I get down, I heard a shot. I ducked. I don't know if I duck and run. That's all. I swear to God.
Okay.
I don't know if you believe in that story, but I promise that story sounds so true. I'm hoping they got cameras. I'm hoping you finna run the ballistic. I hope y'all found the gun that this thing was shooting with. You go match my fingerprints. Literally, I swear to God, I just came from a level 5. I'm not trying to go back, sir. Literally. That one sitting like, I was at the whole time, like, who can I talk to? He hadn't seen the room. He hadn't seen the wrong person. Like, bro, there's so many people running, bro. Everybody gonna run your shots.
Yeah.
Literally, like, for real. But what you gonna do next, sir?
All right.
So this is really interesting, right? And he's not lying. He's speaking absolute facts. He is saying that he hopped out the car. All right. We barely see him. We see him in the police. We see him in the police interrogation. No, sorry. We see him on the police body cam. All right. Laying on the ground. And you know what? Let me pull it up. This is exclusive. This is a video that I didn't even want you guys to see, but I'm gonna pull it up. All right, here it is. All right, here's the cursed video, the cursed night that King Von died, the whole body cam breakdown. All right, here is what went down with Yunginz. All right, I'm hoping that nothing crazy is shown, but let's see. Right at this moment, we hear gunshots coming back from the parking lot as Slutty and BJ are gunned down by that second officer, while the first officer ends up apprehending one person between two cars. This person likely being a member of Quando's entourage, which may well be the rapper Yunginz, who had been recording that song The Drop with Quando, Rondo, and Lil Tim earlier on that day.
Put your hands up now. Hands up. I got nothing. Get up. I'm up. Hands up.
But the final theory about who... So there was more of it, all right? There was more of him. I don't want to show you too much because there is a part of this video that is actually quite gruesome, even though it's blurred. But you see more of him in a moment. Okay, so here's going to be the next part. As Quando and Tim's SUV backed out in front of the car that Von ultimately got in and takes off, we would see O-Block Louis take chase and try and shoot Quando's car right in front of the police. In the body cam of the first police officer, we can see as he's standing between two cars when Louis suddenly appears from the right side of the screen, running past the officer, wildly shooting towards the car containing Quando and Lil Tim as it fled the scene. The officer then quickly reacts and returns fire, shooting Louis in the head and leaving him laying on the floor, unconscious and fighting for his life.
I ain't moving, look, got my hands hurt.
That's Yunginz on the ground.
I'm too scared, please. Bro, watch him. I'm scared.
Happy shots fired, 75 credits.
Bro, here, secure him.
So what ends up happening next? Okay. It's not related to this video, but basically Louis on the ground. He gets shot in the head. He's on the ground with a bullet in his head, still awake, and they're trying to keep him alive. Now, it's a whole thing. This is a whole separate video, but I just wanted to show you what Yunginz had going on. He was on the ground saying he was scared, and he seen the cops kill Louis, or what, shoot Louis in the head, and he dies like 2 years later for complications, all right? So that's the situation. Now, back to the interrogation footage of Yunginz, okay, of Yunginz. He basically later finds out, bear in mind, he's seen Louis get shot in the head. He later finds out that King Von is dead. And they tell him in the interrogation video, and we see his genuine, off-the-cuff reaction to finding out that King Von is actually dead for the first time, which is crazy in itself. So let's see that.
One called King Von?
Can't else.
Alright.
Nobody else.
Alright. You ever heard of one called King Von?
King Von. Y'all heard of King from Javille? He from Chicago. We got that song. Got dropped from some shit he said. Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, he's a Chicago rapper. Yeah, Chicago rapper.
Okay. He's one of the guys that's dead.
What?
Yeah.
King Von dead?
Yeah.
He's from Chicago, little dirt on boy?
Mm-hmm.
How? How the fuck he even fight?
Got shot 6 times.
Shit. Now my next question is, please don't tell me you're thinking I did this. That's my next question.
Let me tell you what I got, and you can explain.
So for real, right? The next thing he says look, in my opinion, he genuinely is shocked to find out King Von's dead. I feel like he actually genuinely is stunned. He not happy about that. He said King Von, that's homies with Lil Durk. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a little bit suspicious that he's mentioning the friendship with Lil Durk. But anyway, we'll set that aside, right? I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But the detective then tells Yunginz why he's being interrogated, and he claims that Slutty from King Von's entourage actually pointed at Yunginz and told a security guard that he was the shooter. That's what they say.
This is why you're sitting here, and I'll tell you why you're sitting here. When we got there, of course, again, like I explained, chaos. It's just freaking crazy.
Yes,
and people are just kind of calming down when I get there.
Wait.
Listen to me now. Listen to me.
King Von dead.
Yeah, listen to me. So we start talking to witnesses that were there to try to push together what's going on. They're shooting over here, they're shooting over there, shooting across the street. Got 2 police officers involved in the shootings. I mean, it's crazy, crazy place.
Yes, sir.
We got people that we know were shot, but they're not there. We got people that were shot that we know that got transported to the hospital. We got other people that getting dropped off by personal cars. I mean, it's just crazy.
Yes, sir.
Different hospitals involved, and we got a whole bunch of people.
I feel that.
It's crazy. So the story we got some security folks working for King Von. They come, there's 2 of those guys there. We're told to meet King Von and his entourage over there at the club where it happened at. So he's there kind of arranging, get everybody parked. So they're trying to do that. They're trying to charge them a lot of money to park. They're having a little argument about how much to charge. Entourage gets there. Gets there, and they said, you guys work it out, we're going to go on in. As they're walking in, seeing the guy dressed in all black just comes up, starts raising hell, and then they start the beat down on it.
So all black.
Just listen to me, bro. So they start that. The guy gets the beat down, he gets up with a gun and starts shooting. And he dumps a clip right there. Yeah. There's one dude that's standing there, his name is, all I know right now is Slutty. Slutty's with the King Von entourage. Evidently, King Von was involved in this. I don't know exactly where.
So what's interesting here, and you might have missed this. What's interesting is they said some guy dressed in all black, he's fighting with Von. They're talking about Quando. So this is probably before they had the surveillance footage. So they're just going on testimony from other people what they've been told. They're making it sound like Quando, they're talking about Quando, right? Quando was dressed all black. Lil Tim's the one with a grey hoodie. Quando dressed in all black from the music video. We know that, all right? Look, I know exactly what's going on with this situation. So that's when they start saying Von's security guy, Slutty, he was involved in the mix. But what they said there that was interesting, so initially they actually thought that Quando started the fight with King Von, he gets beaten up, and then he stands up, takes out his own gun and empties the clip on Von. They're not working out that it was actually Lil Tim. And you ain't hearing nothing about this bullshit narrative that the cop shot Von. You ain't never hearing nothing about that.
Where he was, but I'm assuming that's the time he caught it.
Last people shot in the world, King Von, didn't
Well, listen.
He's one of my favorite rappers. I follow him on Instagram, literally.
So King Von and a bunch of other folks get shot. Of course, it's crazy. There's one security guard that's kind of sitting back, and he watches as the police officer kind of runs up in the middle of it and shoots. That's some guys that had guns in their hand. Tell them, drop the gun, boom, boom, shoots, and those guys get hit.
Yeah.
Before that happens, the slutty's standing there. There's another security guard that's kind of in with the mix with the fight that's going on. He's kind of separated from the other security guard, but he's distracted with the fight, trying to get people back and protect the people he's supposed to protect. Shots ring out. Slutty says, "That's him. That's the dude with the gun," and he points
To me.
to you. And then the security guard goes after you.
That's how I got. That's what happened.
At the same time, there's a police officer that unloads on Slutty and them because Slutty's got a gun in his hand, and he was shooting. Another guy over there was shooting. There's another police officer that's on the other side of the cars where that's going on. He also hears them say you, and he runs after you.
Yeah, I just told you they were saying it was me.
So both of those guys run after you.
Yeah.
They catch you down there. Then there's some other shooting. The guy runs by with a gun shooting. The officer shoots that guy.
Alright. So when everybody said you, did the officer say he seen me and changed fires?
So then, that's what I'm just telling you what they're telling me. I'm just telling you what I got.
Yes, sir.
I got no reason to lie to you.
Yes, sir.
So he's basically explaining how Slutty ended up getting killed by the cops. But here's the thing, right? So we do know, all right, Slutty was shot in the head and killed basically seconds after Lil Tim let off the first shots. So again, it sounds quite unlikely, but technically we don't have the audio in the CCTV. It was just that CCTV footage of the club is just straight visuals, no audio, no gunshots, nothing. But there appears to be like a kind of short gap in the footage between Slutty basically trying to kill Lil Tim and shooting at him, and then him running off in the parking lot. And if you remember from that footage, I can't show it to you because it'll cause me all type of problems on YouTube, and I've had it before. But basically, we see in that footage two, not even undercover because they got blue lights on their car. Two cops hop out the car and they shoot at Slutty and Louis, and then Louis's running across the parking lot trying to shoot at Quando's car. He gets shot in the head and survives. But basically, Slutty is trying to kill Lil Tim immediately after, and the gun jams. We see that on the footage. The gun jams. He like hits the gun. Looks like he tries to pass the gun to somebody else, and then he runs off. And then the cops just jump out. They hop out and they just shoot him. Okay, and that is on the body cam. I don't know if I want to. I don't want to get in trouble, but basically, I don't think I can show you this, to be honest with you guys. Put your hands up! No, I can't show you this, but basically it's all on camera, right? That they run over and they shoot Slutty in the head and they kill him and he's on the floor, dead. And he's next to the BJ from O Block who also gets shot, but he survives. Okay, so the cops basically shoot everyone up. I can't show it to you, but you gotta go and watch the body cam footage and all that other stuff. But basically, what we do know is that the police officer that was working as security at the hookah lounge that night, okay, we can actually see Yunginz and that officer get out the car. Somebody yells shooter before that officer arrests Yunginz. So we see Yunginz on the ground, all right, but what we know from the police radio before he ends up getting caught up and laid out on the ground and, Louis gets shot in the head in front of him, they consider him one of the shooters, and they actually say on the police radio that they got him when this happened. So I think I can show you this. I'm hoping I'm not going to get in no trouble for showing you guys this. But this is the body cam. And yeah, this is basically, they're going to kind of say, like, we got him. They full-blown think that Yunginz is instigating this thing and is the shooter based on what they see. Because bear in mind, they've only got so much going on, all these officers, and thank God we got the body cam footage.
685
You hear that? I don't know if that's Moo-Wop or Boss Top, or they saying kill him. So I actually did already show you this footage earlier. I thought this was different than what I showed you. So that's why they get Yunginz, right?
Put your hands up now. Hands up.
I got nothing. Get up. I'm up.
Hands up.
Look, they shooting.
Real shot, sorry. Get down!
I got no look. I got him.
So when he says I got him, they're thinking they got the shooter, they thinking they got Yunginz, right? That's what it is. I just want to make that very clear. They really thought he was the shooter. Okay? So that's why they got him in it. They think that he actually killed King Von at this particular moment in time. Now here's the thing. Yunginz actually then goes on to basically admit that he did have a gun in the whole altercation. He had a strap, but he makes it very clear that it's a clean gun. He's allowed to have the gun, and he hopped out with a gun, but he did not shoot at all. And he keeps saying, you can test my hands for gunshot residue. Ain't nothing on my hands.
So then, that's what I'm just telling you what they're telling me. I'm just telling you what I got.
Yes, sir.
I got no reason to lie to you.
Yes, sir.
So, let me catch up where I was at. So the guy runs by, he shoots, again, it's chaotic. He hands off the handcuffs to the guy comes back, handcuffs you, brings you back. The police officer goes back and picks up the gun that you had.
Yes, sir.
And walks back and unloads it, puts it down over next to the gun of the guy where he shot.
Yes, sir.
So, did you have a gun?
Yeah, I had, fuck it, I'm gonna keep it right. I had a gun. I had an all silver black Smith & Wesson.
Did you shoot it?
No, sir, the Sharpie gun is clean.
Okay.
It's
Sharpie?
It's a gun, it's clean.
Okay.
It's clean.
Is it in his name?
Not even his name, but it's in his name. But we got put over the other night with it. He had it, and they gave it back to him.
Okay. Where did you get pulled over? Where were you pulled over?
On the way to a video shoot.
Was it in Atlanta, Cobb, Clayton? Remember? Atlanta.
Traffic stop.
Do you know Sharpie's name?
I don't know Sharpie name. I know Sharpie.
Come on, man. I know he's your partner, but
I swear to God,
this is serious, dude.
I know it's serious. I know like Sharpie. I know his first name Jabril. I don't know his last name. First name Jabril. First name Jabril. I know that.
Where is he from? Atlanta as well?
So he's trying to say, look, I'll keep it real with you. I had a gun. It was Sharpie's gun. We got pulled over the other day. It's a clean gun. It's his gun. I just had it. I don't know. I just had it at the time. I don't know if he's capping or what. All right. If you people going to be telling, next thing you know, they're going to be saying he's a snitch. Sharpie could be a made up person.
Man, he down here with me.
How long you known him?
Huh?
How long have you known him?
Since I was like 15, 14.
What's his last name, dude?
I swear to God, I don't know his
What's his mama's name?
I don't even know his mama's name. I'll get it to you. Because he ain't got no reason.
I can't lie. I'm not sure. You don't even know his name.
I ain't got no reason. I swear to God, I don't know his mama's name. I swear to God. You gotta understand, we don't call folk by name, we call them by nickname all the times. If you meet
Well, I get that, man, but you know somebody. How old are you?
I'm 21.
Yeah, so you're under 7 years. Y'all know his last name, dude.
I swear to God, I'll tell you
I know
that.
him a couple of years and know his
But
last
you
name.
understand, these days folk get called by the Instagram name. Like niggas ain't, I know people I be around every day on no real names. Like folks feel like, like I call folks by the nigga name. Like, if you don't give you a new name, your real name, I ain't gonna pressure about your real name.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, I got a search warrant for your clothes and for GSR that are coming in, so we're gonna take your clothes, put you in a jumpsuit.
And then you say you
Give you something. Get some, but that.
You want
So,
something?
no. Well, yeah, we're gonna talk about it, so I don't get too far ahead. I just wanna let you know that's coming. We got the ambulance coming in, look after your foot, and make sure you don't need any more medical attention. And if you do, we'll make sure you get it. But all right, so. It's not good that you lied to us about the gun.
I apologize, I did have the gun. That's my only lie. I swear to God, I had the gun.
Is there anything else?
No, sir.
Dude,
No, sir.
we're gonna get the videos. The video's not gonna lie.
Big bro, listen, please get the video ASAP and come back and talk to me. Sir, I did have the gun. I jumped out with the gun. I did.
How many times did you fire the gun?
I ain't have a chance to fire the gun. Watch the video.
What, is it a 9mm?
No, I had a black one. That was shot on my phone. I ain't shot no one. Not one time.
So he's saying, I ain't shot no one. I didn't shoot the gun. You can test my hand. They're going to check his hands for GSR, gunshot residue. And he basically making it very clear, look, I shouldn't have had the gun. I hopped out with the gun. I did not fire the gun. They're saying they're trying to catch him in a lie. All right. And I don't know who Sharpie is. They might have caught, that might have been a lie. But basically, I think he's being honest about everything apart from Sharpie. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that gun, just he shouldn't have had that gun. But anyway, from here, the detective starts talking again about what they knew, or at least what they knew at this point in time. And it's very, very interesting. And they basically say, once again, they say one security guard told them that Slutty actually pointed out Yunginz as a shooter before he was killed. And Yunginz then basically tells them, look, you're just going to have to check the video. You're going to see what really happens. But the detective says they don't have the video yet. And I believe them. I think that this interrogation's going down before we saw that footage. And that video footage went absolutely viral within a day of King Von's death. It was everywhere. And it probably took them a little while to get it. I don't know if the person that had it leaked it to the internet before they even gave it to the police, but it was everywhere. It was crazy, but clearly they're working on limited information. He said, she said, but They're about to make it sound like Slutty's a snitch. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So when I was talking to the security guard, I talked to all the witnesses that were there.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna eat my gun, so I had a gun.
One security guard was distracted with the fight. The only thing he said, that's the guy that Slutty told was doing the shooting. He identified you as being the guy that Slutty, before Slutty was killed, told him that's who's shooting. The other security guard was standing back and watching. He identified you as the person that walked up and started all the confrontation.
I mean, we got the video, so that's all. Like, I'm like, I just hope y'all see the video. Y'all can please get y'all word and come back and see me. Like, you right. Like literally, I had this shit.
That part is we don't have on video. We got to get a search warrant for all the events leading up to that fight. We got to get a search warrant for that. We don't have that on video, right?
So how the fans do y'all get a search warrant? What all y'all need?
Well, we're all working on that right now. Because this is what the issue is. So, yeah, a person that's identified you is being involved in the shooting.
That shit is cow.
In Georgia, is if you drive a car to a bank robbery,
yes, sir,
and your partner you don't know the bank, and you give me a ride to the bank, I go in there and rob it, come back out, and they catch us, you're gonna get charged with bank robbery too. You understand that?
So look, you get the gist, right? And he's basically saying, look, when you see the foot, I don't care who said, he shed, she shed, Slutty sled, anybody said. Doesn't matter. That's not what happened. So I thought that was really interesting. Now, what happens next that's also quite interesting is the detectives then try and really put pressure on Yunginz. Because bear in mind, at this point, they haven't even seen the footage, so they don't know. Their best guess is this is the guy that did, this guy instigated, this guy did everything, killed everyone, this guy the biggest demon out here. All right? Really, he ain't have nothing to do with it. I actually feel really sorry for him to even be in this situation. But they basically put pressure on him, and they basically say, we're going to go through all the people that said that you was a shooter during the incident. And it's interesting because it goes to show you how much cap police actually use because they don't know the facts, and it's crazy.
No murderer, bro.
Listen, I don't want anybody to go to jail, don't deserve to be there.
Yeah.
That's why I want you to tell us the truth. That's why it's only important you tell us the truth. There's a video, but right now, what I have right now, what I can explain to you, I've got two separate identifications that you were involved in the shooting and were shooting. Mm-hmm. And I got a police officer that saw you with a gun. You said you didn't have one until you he saw you shooting, identified you as a shooter. I got another person who was directed by a deceased person before he was deceased, was directed to say that you were one of the shooters. That's why he was chasing you. And then the gun. And that's what I got. Now, that again, it's a chaotic scene. Yeah. Could there be mistakes made? Could there been? You just kind of walk in. Yeah, I'm not saying. I'm not saying anything's written in stone, dude. I'm just saying what I got right now. Yes, that's why we're asking. We need to talk to Bill. We need to talk to the HEF. We need to get the video. I mean, and is there anything that in there? And especially the video, if anything exonerates you from that, then we're going to take care of it from there. I'm not going to pursue something. If you ain't the dude, I don't want you to be. I'm not going to accuse you of being the dude. You know what I'm saying? I got no interest in putting you in jail. I want you to be successful.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. That's it, sir.
That's it? No. Okay. Hey, Corey. Thank you. So
he confirming that that's the gun. He cops to it. He says, I'm going to keep it real. I had a strap. I'm sorry. All right, had a strap. So what ends up happening later on is they do exactly what they said they was going to do. They take all of his clothes from him, all right, and they're going to take his gunshot residue print test. I don't know how they do that, but they probably put some material on your hand to check if you fired a gun. And, they do what they said, all right?
Of your thumb, your right thumb and your left thumb, okay?
6.
I'm going to swap you, okay? Like I said, I'm going to do both sides of each cheek. And then we'll be done.
You take overall pictures of him in his clothes?
I did.
No. Sock, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So
I agree. Okay.
All right, so this is going on now. I got to talk to the judge, get all the paperwork done and all that stuff done. We'll come back in with you.
I know it's been a minute.
First appearance, and then with Corona, man. Corona's got things to do.
So all of this went on in Rona, man. It's crazy.
Big white charges and Corona going on. Ain't like finna hide this shit finna go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know you didn't talk to Sharpie yet. So I'm saying, I know.
How can I get Sharpie?
I know I reached out to him. I'm reach out to him trying to get you.
And Quando too.
I'm making it up. I'm trying to get talking about. I don't know what to say. Like that's literally what happened.
So that's that. Now, there's another interrogation. Now, this is very, very interesting. So, this is one of King Von's affiliates who had apparently called the police himself and told them that he had something to tell them. And he explains that him and Von were apparently about to do a song together, and they go over all the details of that night with the police. So, this is Atlanta artist Charisma Mufasa telling the police what led up to the King Von shooting. Now, this is the one that is going to change everything, and it makes a lot of people think that maybe there was some kind of setup going on.
John, I'm investigator McClure. We worked together, a couple years ago? Yeah. Okay, on your incident. The lead investigator in this is Al Hogan. As you can imagine, he's swamped with everything. I walked in this afternoon about 3 o'clock, and I found out there was some chaos last night. So I really don't know a whole lot about what's going on. So I just understand that you called and said you had some information about what happened. So let's just, whatever you got to say, I'm here to listen.
We were walking out of opium. And this shit just happened fast. Like, we had walked out of opium. Me and Von was, I don't know if you know his name, but me and Von were doing a song together. And we had just got that stuff. We just got that detailed discussed. So he was like, all right, we're going to stop by this little hookah lounge or whatever. So I was like, whatever.
So he basically is about to go on to explain that when they all got to the hookah lounge, someone was shouting something like, oh yeah, there we go right there, before the fight started. Now, this is the part that's going around on social media as Quando's side starting a fight. Now, we know from the footage that that's cap, but he basically wants to make it clear that Von didn't shoot anybody, and he's kind of contributing to this theory, which I don't personally fully believe that it was a setup, but I do think Von and Quando were trying to catch each other lacking in Atlanta during the time they were both there. That's what I think, but I don't think that it was a full-blown setup. We're going to let him beat us up and then we're going to kill him type thing. That's ridiculous. But he is going to explain that somebody said, oh yeah, there we go right there before the fight started. All right?
We'll go here. We get in the parking lot. All I hear is somebody screaming some type of shit. Oh yeah, there you go, right there, some type of shit. So at the point, I don't know what the fuck going on, but just I don't know what y'all had got from the clarification, but he did not have a gun at all. Von did not have a gun any type of way. Von didn't shoot at anybody. Von didn't shoot at them. Von didn't shoot at no police, no crazy shit like that, because that's what I heard him circulating. And I'm there, so I'm telling you, like, he did not shoot at anybody.
Okay. So Von,
so he's making it very clear, for whatever reason he's decided to do this. I don't know if he even knows Von is dead at this point. He's talking about, I pulled up to do a collab with him. We was doing a collab. But here's the thing. And this is where it gets a little bit crazy that he's even offering this much information. He apparently says that he saw Tim, to which officer seems to reply, from your case. And I don't know whether it's the same Lil Tim or if it's a different Lil Tim. But he describes that person as actually having a red short sleeve shirt, which Lil Tim didn't have that night. And he also says that when the commotion started, that's who was screaming across the parking lot. And he also says that he believes that person's from the east side of Atlanta.
Did you see how the shooting started?
The thing about, I've been hearing a bunch of different shit, but
let's talk about what you saw.
The thing about it is, I know what I noticed. I saw Tim.
Tim? From your case?
Yeah.
You saw him out there?
Yeah.
What was he wearing?
Red shirt.
What, like t-shirt, long sleeve shirt, hoodie?
Short sleeve shirt.
Like what you got
on? A red shirt with some black jeans. And they were across the parking lot.
Across the parking lot. Who was he with?
I don't know who he was with, but wherever that chaos and shit started, that's who was screaming across the parking lot.
Was Tim?
Yeah.
Who is he associated with?
Shit, I don't know. He hang with, I guess he from the east side, so it's like some hill area.
Oh, shit. I'm trying to bring up the map. So this picture is from, well, it says 2020.
So it's interesting, right? He says, yeah, Tim. What, Tim from your case? He says, yeah. Now, I don't know what the hell that was about. Charisma Mufasa might have a few questions to answer about that one, because that's crazy, bro. That's actually crazy that you even in there telling them, volunteering that information. But next up, okay, the detective actually shows them a picture of the parking lot where all of the shootings went down. And the guy says that they will walk in when he seemingly heard this voice that he recognized. And then right after that, that's when the shot started. And he basically says the only reason he was there is he was going to give Von some money for a verse for their song.
But look up. So the hookah spot's what, like right around here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you say the parking lot, is this the parking lot you're referring to? Okay, so it's the parking lot across from Trinity, on the south side of Trinity. So that's where you saw all the commotion going on?
That's where I heard somebody screaming from, like, you know how you be walking, so we ain't paying no mind to it. I'm thinking crazy. Like, I ain't knew it was nobody. And then, like, I was like, I heard the voice, and I was just like, what the fuck? And then by the time we had went to walk across, all I just heard was somebody just start busting.
Shooting a gun?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Were they shooting in your direction?
Yeah.
They were shooting towards...
I think they were shooting at him.
Was it just you two walking?
Mm-hmm.
There were several other people?
Yeah, I don't know them, no.
Did any of them get shot that you're aware of?
I think somebody else did get shot. I didn't stay to find out, but like I was saying, I don't personally know them.
Okay.
It was just, I was really basically there to just make sure the money got to him and that the verse got done.
You were there to pay him?
Yeah.
Okay, for a verse?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So he basically says he was there to pay him for a verse, all right? And you don't really know about what's going on, even though he's volunteering this information. And somehow he seems to have some connection to someone called Tim. It's hard to believe that it's a coincidence that he's telling on someone called Tim from Georgia, saying that he's from my case. That's very bizarre. Now, after this, the detective then asks again what was happening at the parking lot before the shooting started. And Charisma basically says that there was some kind of argument before the shots went off and before the fight popped off. And he kind of implies that Von wouldn't just start a fight over nothing. Once again, it's Cap, contradictory to what we saw in that footage. So he's in there capping and snitching and lying on somebody, not having a clue what's going on, that was all contradicted by the footage, wasting police time and then telling on people. But like, he basically implies Von wouldn't just start a fight over nothing. We saw the footage. Von absolutely did start a fight over nothing. He got killed because of it.
Was there some kind of argument going on? Could you tell in the parking lot, was there an argument going on that led to the shooting, or was it just...
That's what I'm telling you, like, when we hit, like, by the parking lot, like, that's where I'm like, I don't know if they spotted him, and I don't know what the issue is, like... If somebody spotted him or whatever, but it was somebody said some crazy, was talking crazy, like, you know, and he ain't take lightly to it, like, you know, so he said some shit back.
So it wasn't like you guys were just in line of fire. The shots were directed towards you and Devon. Okay, so they were purposely shooting at you. Okay.
So after this, the detective asks him again if he recognized Tim in the group that was shooting at him. And he also asks if the guy has seen any of the videos online about the shooting, but he claims that he actually hasn't seen the videos. And he clearly hasn't, because, you know what I'm saying? We see Von started the fight out of nowhere for nothing.
All right. And you recognized Tim in the group that was shooting towards you? Okay. Have you seen any of the video that's floating around social media and stuff like that?
I ain't even been on social media.
Okay, I haven't seen it either, but apparently it's all over the place. And I was just curious if you'd seen that, if that would help maybe jog your memory.
Do you got it?
Let me go see. All right.
So he's saying, do you have the footage? It might jog your memory. Now, the police officer leaves, and the guy who posted this video has then kind of certain clips of this guy in the room with his woman, and he seems to be talking to her about what happened. And at one point he has a phone call and he asks the person on the phone, what did you tell him?
Say you hungry. That's what you said.
You asked me to record, you know, you used to walk around.
You go, it should be a bathroom right here. I knew that was gonna sit and try to do that shit. It was the same, one of the same niggas who had shot me that started shooting.
He's saying it's one of the same dudes that shot me that started shooting. It sounds a bit like he's saying that Lil Tim shot him back in the day. That sounds, I'm not saying for sure, that sounds like he's saying Lil Tim shot him back in the day.
You gonna get my name?
Where you want? Where if you get mine? Where if you get mine?
Alright, when we cross the threshold.
Get it on your lip.
And say I do. My mic is here.
What's up? You called her? What you had told her? What did you tell her, man? I'm finna see. Alright. I'll call you when I'll call you when I get out of here.
Is you gonna listen?
I didn't even say that. What you talking about? I know I'm not crazy. I didn't say shit. I didn't say nothing. Like, what is this? Is this like the dye coming out of the pants? Apparently.
So what happens next, right? The detective comes back with some videos and some stills, and now this gets really weird because we're thinking for a minute it's sounding like you talking about you snitching on Lil Tim because Lil Tim shot you back in the day. But then the detective comes back and he shows him some pictures and some videos, and he asks Charisma Mufasa, do you recognize any of the people in this video and this still, especially the guy who shot Von? But then he doesn't recognize them, which is super weird.
So, where are you in this video? Where do you run off to?
This right here.
You run off towards, whatever street, I don't know what street that is, but okay. Towards Peter Street. Okay. Do you recognize anybody? I guess specifically who would be most interested in would be the person that shot Vaughn. Why did this fight start? So, I think we've identified the shooter. So you're saying you didn't see that person?
I don't know nobody, bro. Like, I don't.
Would you recognize him though?
I mean, if you got a picture of him,
we'd have to do a lineup.
I just remember a cat with some braids or some shit.
Well, I spoke to Detective Hogan, and I mean, he's not under the impression that Vaughn did anything wrong or had a gun or anything like that.
So weirdly, right? He says, "Oh, we'd have to do a lineup." I wonder if they was about to do a lineup for Lil Tim, but he's talking about braids. Lil Tim, I'm pretty sure, had like just not braids, basically just plain like buzz cut type vibe. So it's not really adding up too much. Now, the last part that I'm going to show you that's interesting, he basically, like, the guy then says that the detective's only showing the fighting part of the video, but before that, people ran up on Von. And again, I'm starting to feel like this guy's just lying through his teeth. But he's basically, now he's been proven and he's being shown the footage of Von jumping on Quando Rondo out of nowhere for nothing. And then he basically is changing the story, saying, well, before that, people ran up on Von, which doesn't really help the situation. And then the detective basically says they actually got the footage from Twitter, and now they're trying to get hold of the establishment to get the full footage. So that proves what I was theorizing a minute ago, is that whoever had that footage from security surveillance footage from the hookah lounge, they threw it up on social media before the cops even got it. So the cops learned about the footage of this murder. Well, not, it wasn't a murder, it was a killing, self-defense killing. But the cops learned about the footage of the King Von killing from Twitter, and they was trying to find out who even put that on Twitter. It's crazy.
But I mean, y'all caught this part of the video, like, prior to even that happening, like, they ran up on Vaughn. They ran up on us walking across.
Well, see, this video was on, we found this on Twitter.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get in touch with the establishment to actually get the full length of the video so that we can see what happens. Because I agree, this doesn't paint a very clear picture. Plus, there's probably more cameras out there that capture different angles and whatnot. But this is what we have right now. So this is what we've been working on to try to identify people that were involved.
Yeah, but I don't know any of them cats.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm pretty sure you're good to go. Let me just check with Hogan one more time, and if that's the case, I'll walk you guys out.
So I'll be real with you. I think that this interrogation might well be the source, the original ground zero source for these theories that, you know, it was a setup and, you know, they wanted something to do with King Von from before. And he talking in one breath, like, I don't know if they showed him a picture of Lil Tim or someone else. They might have showed him a picture of Yunginz. They might have showed him. It seems too coincidental that he mentioned someone called Tim, and Lil Tim is the guy that did it, but then he ain't recognizing it. But I wonder if they showed him a picture of someone completely different. Was it Yunginz? Surely he would have recognized Quando. But I think this is perhaps where that rumor comes from, that it was a setup. And I'm very, very surprised that someone would even be in the interrogation room talking like this. So look, that's the new footage. Hope you found that interesting. It was all brand new, all right? That none of this had been seen until the last 24 hours. And that's my breakdown of it, okay? I hope you found that useful. And just a little extra note, man, like, I'm really just trying different things out on this channel. I feel like a little bit disappointed that, like, some people maybe aren't really seeing the vision. You know, I'd really try and mix it up and do variety. I know a lot of people have said that they're kind of bored of some of the topics that I've talked about, but at the same time, it's like, I'm interested in these things. I'm always going to be interested in the King Von situation for as long as I live. All right, I'm always going to be interested in what's going on with Lil Durk for as long as I live. This is so important to me. Yeah, I've got a King Von tattoo. Anything to do with Von, I'm going to break down. Anything to do with Dirk, I'm going to break down. If there's new info, I'm going to backtrack, and I'm going to remind everybody the context of what we already broke down, and I'm going to give you the new information. I know I got a lot of hate on that video that I dropped on the main channel a few days ago about the fall of OTF. I don't know whether that's because a lot of you guys had seen those mini breakdowns on this channel and seeing it all combined into like a documentary style video on the main channel. It just seemed like I'm a little bit tired of people getting hysterical about me talking about things that I'm interested in. I've always been interested in. And I did make it clear, like, I've covered so many variety of topics on the main channel and this channel too. I've dropped a video on a UFC fighter today, a video on Grant Cardone. I've done videos on, you know, Patrick Bet David. We've been doing videos on David, Jeffrey Epstein, the Princess of Norway. I'm just trying to do all kinds of different stuff because I am interested in more than hip hop, and I'm never going to turn my back on hip hop. I'm never going to turn my back on drill music because that is my first passion, but I am interested in other things. And I think I just want to make it clear, and I might break it down in a bit more of a detailed explanation at some point down the line, that just like, I feel like what's happening is I'm dropping videos about Dirk and I'm getting inundated with hysterical people complaining, this is the same content we've seen a million times. But those people aren't showing up and supporting when I'm doing a video about the UFO murders, when I'm doing a video about the many murders of Jeffrey Epstein, when I'm doing a video about the death of Oliver Tree. You guys aren't turning up to those videos. So you're in the Lil Durk algorithm. You're probably sat there watching nothing but Lil Durk content, and then you're angry at me because I've done a Lil Durk content after doing 40 videos about completely different things. So all I want to say is, lock in with me, man. I'm doing all kinds of different topics. People told me they're tired of the drill topics. I'm not living for you guys. I'm talking about things that I'm interested in. I'm going to be always just showing out with deep dives and research into the things that I'm interested in. You know, the rap game is a little bit quiet lately. Drake kind of breathed a little bit of life into it temporarily. I don't know if that CPR brought the patient back to life, but, you know, I will be attending the Lil Durk trial and catching up with what he's got going on. I will be keeping you guys updated. There will be more Durk videos, especially when he goes to trial, especially when we get a verdict. Guilty or not guilty. Maybe he's going to get not guilty, and you're going to have to see me pop out and explain why he's not guilty and put my hands up and say, well, this was the evidence, this, and this happened, all right? I know you're going to enjoy that, but I just want you guys to understand what I'm doing, to be honest with you guys. I'm trying to really do all different types of topics. This is my second channel. I've been blessed. This channel has taken off. This channel blew up over the last few months. I can't believe how much this channel has blown up. I'm so grateful for it, but I've noticed a few people even in the comments saying things like, oh, what happened to this channel? This is a different channel. My main Trap Law Ross is a different thing. Some people have only just heard of me from this channel and the David trial, and they're saying, what do you mean you have another channel? I've got 5 channels now, people, okay? And that's not on some sellout shit. I love YouTubing. I love making videos. It doesn't make sense for me to make body cam videos. When I did that King Von body cam video that I mentioned earlier in this video, I got inundated with a wave of hate, and then the video got demonetized, age restricted, and my channel kind of took a really big hit from that. So I took it down, and it's cool. But, like, that video was completely original content. I'd never looked at the King Von body cam footage ever on either of these channels. And I'm always going to be interested. If new evidence comes out about the Von case, I'm always going to break it down. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of an explanation. I'm trying so many different things. I'm working hard all the time to bring you guys content. Some people are, you know, it's like some people are annoyed that I'm doing quick updates on this channel and I've not necessarily got the breaking news like before it's happened. But it's like, this is a channel where I pop out, I just talk about random stuff that's going on. I'm checking out all the news and the things that's going on with my team. I'm saying, what should we talk about today? What should we dig into? And the main channel, I've been on a weekly schedule of that channel for a few months. I'm still undecided. I might go back to doing the long deep dive videos monthly, but I got bored of doing 4-hour videos once a month. It felt like I was deep diving into stuff that maybe not that many people are interested in. Not that it's all about the numbers, but it's more just about, I felt like the feedback that I was getting from the audience was suggesting we would prefer less deep, but still deep dives into an array of different topics for a little bit of variety and diversity. And I feel like I've been giving that to you guys, and I can't really win. But I do suspect there's just a little bit of sort of, you know, everyone's got haters, right, out here when they do YouTube, and it is what it is. But I really do serve the audience. You know, I love you guys. You guys have put me in a position where I can talk about things I'm interested in, and that's my job. I'm so grateful to be in that position. All I want to do is make sure that we're on the same page, and I want to keep delivering you guys what you want. So if you don't show up and enjoy and share and like and comment on videos about other topics, then I'm gonna pop out with a Dirk topic, because I'm thinking, okay, I guess you want the oldies but the goodies, you want the classics, all right? And that still had all new information. That Dirk video, there were a few things that had been covered on this channel. None of that stuff had been covered on my main channel at all. And yeah, so anyway, that's it. All right, I'm not trying to bitch and moan on here too much, but you know, it's my channel. I'll do what I like with it. All right, and if I get pissed off, I'm just gonna take my ball and go home. And by go home, I mean just make some other videos. So I appreciate everybody that's been supporting, that's been watching, that's been rocking out with the content. And I'm just going to keep experimenting. I'm going to do what I do. I love what I do. And I love all these topics. All the things I talk about on these channels, I genuinely love. No AI, all right? This is how I roll. This is what I'm interested in. Thanks for watching this one. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm out for now. Peace.